Hello everyone, thanks for coming back. I am really excited about this subject. It's something that has interested me for quite some time now. A few weeks ago on the Wellness Warriors page, I hinted at the fact that it's going to be on marijuana and why you get the munchies. Two of my favorite things, I might add, and when they're combined, it's even better. So in order to understand why smoking pot gives you the munchies, it's important for us to know how our body and our minds react and the areas that are affected when you smoke marijuana. You have neurons that are cells inside of the brain and they process information. Neurotransmitters are chemicals that allow those neurons to communicate with one another. And there's also neurotransmitters. These fill the gap that are between neurons and bind them to protein receptors, which allow various functions in the body and the brain to be turned on and off. However, when you have foreign chemicals that come in, such as THC, that can either hinder or even mimic these same functions, they interfere with the normal functions of those areas of the brain. So your brain contains groups of cannabinoid receptors, and they're in concentrated areas inside the brain. Some of those areas are the basal ganglion, the hippocampus, and your cerebellum. So these CBR1 can affect certain mental and even physical activities such as coordination, learning, short-term memory, and even problem solving. So these CBR1 are neurotransmitters, and we're going to call them AEA for short of their original name, which I can't pronounce to save my life, so that's okay. It is still a cannabinoid inside of your body that your body in fact produces on its own. So you don't have to smoke or ingest THC in order for this cannabinoid to produce and do what it does. So a high concentration of these receptors exists inside of the hippocampus, which sits in the temporal lobe. Now this is important for short-term memory. So when THC binds with these receptors inside of your hippocampus, they then interfere with your ability to recollect recent events and create new memories. So a fun fact, while initial effects of THC will wear off after an hour or two, the chemicals actually linger around inside of your body from anywhere from 20 hours all the way up to 10 days. It just depends on the amount and the potency that you have ingested or taken in. So in February of 2014, a group of neuroscientists from the University of Bordeaux found in mice that THC actually fits into receptors that are nestled inside of the brain's olfactory bulb. It was then found that there was a significant increase in the animal's ability to sense smells, and their sense of smell led them actually to consuming and increasing their calorie intake, all from having THC inside of their system. So due to the chemical effects that are so potent on the brain, this is also a possible underlying factor of why marijuana plants produce as a self-defense mechanism also against herbivores, causing brain fog and dizziness. So when those herbivores go back to a marijuana plant, they remember that feeling and go, I don't want to do that again. Yet as humans, we love this. Crazy. So the brain produces its own cannabinoids, which fit into these receptors. Therefore, by mimicking their behavior on the brain, THC can artificially alter the same factors in some dramatic ways as your own body releasing enough ghrelin to make you say, oh my gosh, I need to eat this right now, or hey, that smells really good, I want to know what that tastes like, and then you go get some, right? So a lot of people have asked me before, I know the benefits of smoking marijuana and then going and working out, but I don't want to have to deal with the munchies. So some of the ways that I've come up with and that I've studied on how to counteract the munchies is, for one, stay active. One of the best things I found doing is actually going on a hike or even a walk. Make sure that you're either with somebody that you trust fully and you have proper tools and supplies and you know where you are if you're going to do this. Stay active, exercise, whether it's inside of your home or it's in a park or even in a gym. Just make sure that you're being careful no matter what you do. Everybody reacts differently. And the other thing you can do is keep healthy snacks around versus potato chips. Maybe keep natural apple chips or banana chips or different varieties of different nuts, cashews, almonds, maybe some apple slices, and different sources of nut butters. There are things that you can do to your own body into tricking it into thinking that it's getting junk food. It doesn't know the difference between processed sugar and regular sugar. It just wants something to eat. So if you start training yourself to crave these naturally sweet things, your body's going to think that it's being satiated in the way that it wants to be. So there's a few things that you can do to help you overcome the munchies. All right, guys, I will see you on the next talk in a few weeks. We're going to be talking about your gut health and how it correlates to your mood and your brain health. I'm going to give you a hint. It has to do with what you're eating. Until then, stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you later.